Hello, gorgeous soul. Welcome to your September astrology. And what an incredible horoscope this is going to be, because Mercury, the planet of good fortune, is finally moving forward. So expect more clarity and more clear communication with everyone around you. And if that wasn't enough, we've got Venus, the planet of love and abundance, going direct after a very rare retrograde of nearly 6 months. So if you've been wading through treacle when it comes to your relationships and your love-ins, it's now going to be so much clearer. The other big news of this month is that Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, the adventurer, is going retrograde, which means we're not necessarily galloping ahead, but we're dealing with our stuff for massive growth. Here's your September horoscope. Virgo, you have been learning a lot. There's been a lot of lessons coming your way. Some of them great, I would imagine, but a lot of them really hard, where you had to face yourself in some way, where maybe you went within, maybe you were a bit self-critical, or maybe someone was critical to you. But, that Mercury retrograde was hard for you. Although, you have had Mars, planet of passion, planet of power in your sign. So you've had the strength to deal with whatever has come up. But now, when Mercury finally goes direct on the 15th, it's like a weight is lifted. Your ideas are clear, your power is on full blast, and you're like, right, I'm back, I'm in control. So much to tell you. Let me just start at the beginning. Let's start with the Venus going direct. That makes you feel much better. You've had no boundaries. You felt other people didn't have any boundaries. Perhaps someone told you something that was quite shocking, and you've had to deal with the past in some way. Now it's onwards, it's forwards, and your love life and your abundance, you've got magic around you rather than mayhem. You've got possibility, you've got sort of psychic synchronicities that lead you in the right direction, rather than an absolutely awful sense of what's real and what's not real, what are people saying, what are not, what do they actually mean. So that is so positive for you. You're also, perhaps you might travel this month in the beginning of the month to go somewhere that you love but that you've been before, or you end up going there and it ends up feeling as if you've been there before, and it's very powerful and very wonderful. And something special about it, it feels like meant to be in some way. Potentially you could also hook up or meet someone from overseas or from a different place, and there's a lot to talk about. So this is going to be an extremely interesting month for you, where you're confident, where life is full of possibilities, where you also have kind of a birthday wish, and you have the ability to have a brand new cycle. Because, of course, on the 15th, the same day as when Mercury, your ruler, goes direct, there's a fabulous new moon in Virgo. So you're like, I'm going to... Well, what I suggest you do is surrender anything that you don't want to take forward in the next phase. And you go, this is it, baby. I'm having a new start. And with Mercury going direct, please remember this. Your words are spells, and what you believe you create. So definitely do some manifesting, do a vision board, do some meditating, and make sure that your mind is very clear, that you're being nice to yourself in your mind, and that you're putting out there into the world the words and thoughts and beliefs that you mean. And you could be taken off on a brand new and exciting adventure. Birthday moons, your new moon in Virgo on the 15th, very important. Make a wish. Visualize yourself in the future where you want to be. So much possibility is sprinkled throughout this month. It's really incredible. And when the sun trines Pluto, you're going to make a decision, and you're able on the 21st to make a commitment to your happiness. Perhaps you've been compromising. Perhaps you haven't felt happy for a long time. But it's almost as if you wake up with this power, with this strength, with the knowledge of what you need to change, what you need to transform to move forward. Also, it's a possibility that you'll be extremely attracted to someone this month. Look out for that around the 19th, where the sun opposes Neptune. It's almost like there's a magnetic attraction. But is it love-hate? Has it got clear boundaries? Check that out first. But certainly there's this electricity in the air, this sort of spiritual reunion of you and someone else around the 19th. On the 23rd, the sun enters Libra. It may be the end of Virgo season, but as my friend Helen likes to say, it is the start of the after party. So that's how we like to view it now. The end of our season is the after party. And for you, you're feeling much more grounded, like there's abundance around you, like you are able to go, right, I am now going to build up on all of this potential that's been in the beginning of September to go forward. And trust me, there are many adventures to come, including on the 25th, when Mercury trines Jupiter. Someone from the past could end up coming into your life and dragging you off on an adventure, and it's great. The full supermoon is asking you to come into your power. If you're obsessed with anyone, if you're giving your power away, if there's some major issue to do with grief, any primal thing that's going on for you, you could feel it really, really strongly. So you might have a very strong emotional reaction on that full moon, but it's also helping you come into your power and know how to come into your power. Make sure you're not vengeful on that day. Somebody has hurt you and they try one more time, you might have an extreme reaction. So don't do that. Use it instead to know your self-worth, to know your power, and to move onwards. Finally, on the 29th, the Mercury retro shadow ends. So even though Mercury goes direct, there's still a sort of tail end, little wisps of potential, that same vibe. But you're totally in the clear from the 29th, and you're like, yeah, baby. And I would practically guarantee, I can't of course, but I practically guarantee that there's some kind of expansion, opportunity and journey for you that's going to be very interesting this month. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon. So why do we at Michele Knight give you a 5-minute, no questions asked guarantee? Well, our psychics are some of the very best in the world. They are handpicked. They have 5 rigorous test readings, the final one with me, and I require very detailed information, things they couldn't possibly know just by looking at Google or social media. We want you to be totally blown away by your reading, to feel that you've chosen a psychic who you can bond with, who gets you and gives you such specific information you feel completely reassured. If this doesn't happen within the first 5 minutes, don't be shy, just put down the phone and your minutes will be topped up or refunded. Your reading should be uplifting, full of clarity and advice, and leave you empowered to make the right decisions for you. We want Michele Knight to be your spiritual home.